Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Twins podcast, where learning English is easy, fun, and friendly.
Hi, friends. I'm Emma, and this is my twin brother, Jack.
And I'm Jack with my amazing sister, Emma.
Before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy learning English with us.
Today, we're talking about something very important, how to sound polite in English even if you're just starting out.
Yes, politeness is not just about what you say, but how you say it. And the good news is, beginners can sound polite without knowing fancy words.
Exactly. Let's start with the basics. One of the easiest ways to sound polite is by using please and thank you.
That's right. For example, if you want someone to pass you something, you can say, "Could you pass me the salt, please?"
And don't forget thank you after you get it. It's simple, but it shows respect and friendliness.
Mini quiz time. Jack, which of these sounds more polite? A, give me the salt. Or B, could you pass me the salt, please?
Definitely B. Could you pass me the salt, please? Sounds much friendlier.
Another important tip is tone of voice. Even if you know all the polite words, if your tone is harsh or rushed, it doesn't sound polite.
Right. For instance, compare, can I have some water? Spoken with a smile versus spoken sharply. The meaning is the same, but the feeling changes completely.
Beginners often forget about tone. They focus only on the words, not how they say them.
Another common situation is asking for help. Instead of saying, help me, you can say, excuse me, could you help me, please?
That's perfect. Adding "excuse me" at the beginning makes it even more polite.
And if someone helps you, always respond with, thank you so much. Small changes like that make a big difference.
Repeat after me. "Excuse me, could you help me, please?"
Jack, great. That's polite and clear.
Let's talk about softening commands. Sometimes beginners give commands that sound too direct.
Right, like saying, open the window. It's correct, but not very polite.
You can make it softer. "Could you open the window, please?"
Or even, would you mind opening the window? That's very polite.
And notice the words could and would. They're very useful for polite requests.
Here's a fun tip. Adding small words like just can make your request sound even friendlier.
For example, "Could you just pass me the book?"
It's subtle, but it makes your English sound warm and polite.
Another area where beginners struggle is interrupting politely.
Oh, yes. Imagine you want to ask a question while someone is talking. Simply saying, wait, I have a question, sounds rude.
Instead, you can say, "Excuse me, may I ask a quick question?"
Much better. You're showing respect for the other person's time and attention.
Interactive element. Can you guess which of these is more polite? A, wait a second, I need to ask something. Or B, excuse me, may I ask a quick question?
Definitely B again.
Another way to sound polite is using hedging words. These are words like maybe, perhaps, I think, and could.
For example, instead of saying, you're wrong,
You can say, "I think there might be another way to look at this."
exactly. Hedging softens your language and makes conversations friendly.
Mini quiz time. Which is more polite? A, you're wrong. Or B, I think there might be another way to look at this.
B is polite, A is direct, and can sound harsh.
Politeness also comes from acknowledging others. Simple phrases like, "I see what you mean," or "That's a good point."
Even if you don't completely agree, acknowledging shows respect.
And always avoid sounding too abrupt. Short, clipped answers like no or yes can feel rude sometimes.
You can make them polite by adding, yes, I think so, or no, thank you.
Light humor helps too. A friendly joke can make your tone warm.
For instance, if someone drops something, instead of just picking it up silently, you can say, oh no, that was a sneaky pencil.
Small jokes make interactions friendly. Beginners often forget that English is not just grammar, it's also about connection.
Let's practice polite refusals. Many beginners say no abruptly.
Better ways are, I'm sorry, I can't, but thank you for asking. Or, maybe next time, thank you.
That keeps the conversation friendly and positive.
And finally for today, one of the simplest tips, smile while speaking. Even in phone conversations, your tone can convey friendliness.
Amazing! Smiling makes your English sound natural and polite automatically.
Okay, let's pause here for a moment and remember, even small gestures like using someone's name make your English sound polite.
That's true. For example, instead of saying, "Can you help me?" you can say, "Sarah, could you help me, please?"
Adding the name makes it personal and friendly. People feel respected when you do that.
Another tip is using soft questions instead of commands. Beginners sometimes say, "Give me the pen."
Instead, you can say, could I borrow your pen for a moment?
Or even, "Would it be okay if I borrow your pen?" See? Polite, soft, and very natural.
Let's talk about responding to compliments politely. Many beginners get nervous and say, thanks, awkwardly, or just, yes.
You can respond warmly with phrases like, "Thank you, that's very kind of you," or "I really appreciate it."
These small changes make your English polite and natural.
Another common area is apologizing politely. Instead of just saying, "Sorry," you can say, "I'm really sorry about that," or "Please accept my apologies."
And sometimes adding a reason or explanation helps, like, I'm really sorry I'm late. I got stuck in traffic.
Beginners often think apologies are just one word, but polite English often includes context and tone.
Interactive practice. Repeat after me. I'm really sorry I'm late. I got stuck in traffic.
Perfect. That sounds polite and natural.
Another polite trick is using positive language instead of negative.
For example, instead of saying, "You can't do that,"
You can say, perhaps we could try it this way instead.
it's a small change, but it sounds much more respectful.
And don't forget acknowledging others' feelings. Phrases like, I understand how you feel, or that must be difficult.
These phrases show empathy, and politeness is really about respect and empathy combined.
Light humor can help here too. If someone makes a small mistake, you can laugh lightly and say, no worries, we've all been there.
That makes the conversation friendly and relaxed, not tense.
Quick tip. Use modal verbs like could, would, might. They make your requests polite automatically.
For instance, "Could you help me with this?" "Would you mind closing the window?" "Perhaps we could start the meeting now."
Beginners often skip these words and sound too direct, but adding them is super simple and very effective.
Let's do another mini quiz. Which is more polite? A, close the door. B, could you close the door, please?
Of course, B, polite and friendly every time.
And remember, body language matters too. Even though we are speaking English, smiling, nodding, and keeping an open posture make your speech sound polite.
Absolutely. Politeness isn't only words, it's your tone, gestures, and attitude.
Now, for beginners, the last big tip, practice, practice, practice. You don't need perfect grammar to sound polite. Just use these words and phrases and speak with respect and warmth.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every conversation is a chance to improve.
So, to recap our top tips, use please and thank you. Pay attention to tone. Use softening words like could, would, maybe. Acknowledge others' feelings. Add names when possible. Smile and use friendly body language. Practice polite refusals and apologies.
That's a lot of helpful tips. We hope you try them out in your daily conversations.
And remember, sounding polite doesn't need fancy English. Simple words, the the right tone and a little empathy go a long way.
That's it for today's episode of the English Twins podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And tell us in the comments what you want us to talk about next. See you next time, friends, and keep practicing polite English every day.
Bye, everyone.